tonight. I am joined by the Rivals Report man himself, Mega Monthly Caster, Diatonic. Welcome to United Rogue Marvel Rivals. It's a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, pleasure to be here. It's been a couple of weeks since I've last actually been on the mic to call a game, so I'm super excited. I got kind of the rundown of what the league's looking like so far. I mean, we're coming into week 2, so not a lot of data yet. Hard to really tell who's going to come out on top and who is not coming out on top. But you can learn a little bit from every single match. So love to hear about how things are going. A couple of familiar names out there in the United Rogue Marvel Rivals space. So looking forward to seeing some of that action too. But yeah. Thanks for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
Absolutely. We're happy to have you here. But we are here tonight for a very special, most auspicious occasion. We've got Season 2 here of United Rogue Marvel Rivals, Week 2, Match 2 here with the Las Vegas Tyrants versus the Jersey Jackals. It is slated to be a very filmable matchup. Talk to me. What have you heard? I've heard you've gotten a bit of background on some of these players, on some of the teams. What do you know?
Yeah, I've gotten a little bit of a rundown, got some info on maybe who to look out for, who the dark horses are. Jersey Jackals, immediately they win the alliteration game here, so definitely one to watch out for there. But I have heard they are quite fearsome. Definitely one of the top teams coming out of the league so far. A week into play, and then of course Las Vegas, dropping at game number 1, but early on in the season, easily recoverable. Definitely can't count out a team like that. But I do hear, they've got a couple dark horses on that team as well. So, as the season progresses, you look for them to progress as a team, build that chemistry together, kind of learn some things about the game. I know a big part of the United Rogue space is to try and learn and to improve your game. So, kind of looking for that sort of thing here. But again, I hear Jersey definitely one to watch out for. So, any kind of map win that Las Vegas is able to pick up is a huge win for that team for sure. But yeah, I mean, this is one of those teams that you hear whispers about when you come into a league, and I'm looking forward to seeing them live up to some of the hype that I've gotten so far.
Absolutely. And for those Jersey fans out there who may not be aware, we have a bit of a situation tonight. Prio is currently missing in action. Don't worry. We've heard he's fine. He will be back. But Jersey will be fighting without their star player today, giving Las Vegas a bit of a leg up in this matchup. And we are away right now, starting here our very first map. Let's see, how does Jersey hold up with this roster? I can tell you, you will be seeing Prio again. Don't worry, he will be back. But right now, Jersey is sans Prio.
Well, I have to wonder how much data do these teams have coming in. I don't know about scrims or practice, or, if they've watched some tape or kind of taken notes on their opponents. So, there's always some kind of X factor to watch out for on both sides of the aisle. Being called one of the better teams in the league, it's not really something to kind of rest your laurels on. Like, you have to kind of deliver each week to not just maintain that reputation, of course, but also, I've seen it in a lot of other leagues too, where a team kind of comes out on top very early. They're kind of the dominant force, and then they kind of kick their feet up on the desk and like, it's fine. The rest of the season will be okay. We just kind of coast it out. So, obviously way too early to kick their feet up here. So I'm looking for maybe some early aggression here from the Jackals, just to kind of re-cement and maybe send out a message or two.
And as always, Diatonic, you may not know, but once again, a fantastic choice there by Jersey. The 6 Spider-Man comp not going to be played, unfortunately. I ask for it every time. They do it every time. It never happens. The only thing, of course, would be better would be 7 Spider-Man. But talk to me. What do you think we've got right now in the pick ban phase here? What's the strategy going down here? What do you see?
So first map, Hell 7, Domination. So I'm looking for flanks, looking for any kind of divers, somebody that can take advantage of those back hallways to kind of, get the jump scare on your opponents for sure. So, I expect to see the ban system. It does look like it's MRC bans. So these bans do affect the entire lobby. So it's a little bit different from if you've watched Ignite before or some of these pro tournaments where they kind of ban for the opposing team. This is kind of a risk reward system where, okay, do we play this hero and is it relevant enough to the strategy we're going to employ here to be comfortable banning it. So Jackal's going to save Gambit, which is huge. You know, if you watch any kind of competitive rivals at any level, you'll know that Gambit is kind of a menace and is usually one of the first things people go for. But in this kind of ban system, I fully expect to see him saved. I expect to see a lot more Gambit than usual. One thing does surprise me, though, the Bucky ban from LVT. Bucky does have some strengths here on Hell's Heaven. You've got some other divers that have strengths here. You know, Black Panther's not really in the meta right now, but he's definitely a character that you see a lot here. Same with something like Daredevil. So I am surprised that the Bucky ban's coming out, but Namor save from LVT is their last save. No Hela Namor team up in play here, though. That is some pretty high damage output, but that Hela was banned by Jersey, so not going to come into play here. But yeah, I expect to see some serious aggression here for sure.
Absolutely. And both of these rosters, I'm sure, are going to be feeling each other out here. As we did mention, it is early on in the season here, but United Rogue is kind of one of those leagues where not everybody knows everybody, not everybody's friends with everybody, but everybody kind of does know everyone. And so I guarantee you there has been some scouting. These rosters have been thinking it about each other, going, what do we got? What's on the menu? What can we use to best effect here? And I'm seeing some pretty classic, pretty targeted bans here. So we'll see if that ends up paying off here. But I'm honestly very much excited for this matchup. Even sans Prio. I know. I'm sorry, Jer mentioned. There you go. Made everybody happy.
Yeah, man, picks and bans, pretty interesting stuff here. So they did save the Angela. I heard there is some Angela play going on between these two teams, and she does have some advantages here too, for the same reason that some of those other divers definitely get taken advantage of on Hell's Heaven. So yeah, there's gonna be, watch your back, turn your headphones up, listen for that spatial audio, because yeah, those wing beats are quite loud, and yeah, she can definitely be a threat here. There's not a ton of environmental hazards here to take advantage of, so not a lot of shish kebabbing off the ledge, but definitely going to be some opportunities to take their opponents by surprise. So overall, I like the comp from LVT, at least as they're here in the spawn room. You never know if they're going to troll me and change right before they walk out. But, the Jackals got some interesting stuff here too. They do have the Groot, which Groot has been nuts so far this season. A lot of impact from him. Thing as well, anti-dive, always a good option, especially on L7. They're kind of predicting, trying to say like, hey, we're expecting to see a little bit of dive come out here. Both teams going to take advantage of Gambit. No big shocker there. I am very curious to see how that Iron Fist looks on the side of Jersey. But map number 1, Hell's Heaven, for some domination action. These two teams both bringing a lot of pretty standard heroes, a lot of what I see in other leagues too. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. They both bring kind of competent compositions to the table.
Absolutely, and we've seen work from Group before and Steiner and all that type of stuff. So I am not at all surprised that the players we are seeing are picking what they're playing. But right away, right out of the gate, we've got action right on point, direct contact here. I know a quick pick coming out there from Humble onto Zamps, and Zamps not super up on the tank right now, which is interesting considering what we've seen before from him.
Yeah, Jersey keeping the pressure on, even with the first blood getting taken out against them, and both of their tanks now walking it back. Now all three of them here going for that triple tank setup here, and they are already back. So LVT going to take the first cap here. Not too explosive of a start, not at all what I was expecting, but kind of feels like the rug pulled out from underneath Jersey's feet here, at least to start things off. So LVT going to spread out now a little bit, maybe look to apply some pressure. I do see Young Yappa quite far up there on the Angela, so maybe going to look for some harass as Jersey walks it back.
Definitely, and a great stagger there coming out from Young Yappa, and that'll hopefully put a damper there onto Jersey's offense, and give LVT a little space to work with. And yeah, Young Yappa still following up with Jack turn, getting the ult onto Kava. 2 picks there, Zam following back up with a pick on a Jack turn, and Young Yappa answering back with a quick pick onto Goldfish. Dominance here coming out from LVT.
I was going to say the Jackals have invested some resources in this. They popped that Raging Royal Flush, so that's 1 Gambit ult down. They are going to walk it back with 3 ults, but LVT's got 3 as well, and that Heaven's Retribution for Young Yappa not too far behind here, so it's kind of an even game here. 50% capture progress on point number 1 here for LVT. Old King Cole ready for the CYA to rip here as Jersey's going to walk it back. Made a stage transition too, so they get a little bit of cover here, but they are on point here, ready for a fight. There's the CYA from King Cole now. 3 ultimates ready to go for Jersey. Jersey, but they already get one pick there. Zamps on to Slayer, and Zamps with the triple on the Rogue Heartbreaker, but no ult needed so far here. Half the team of LVT walking it back from spawn, almost a full ace here for a Jersey, so a very quick flip, but LVT 74% captured on their first cap of the matchup here, so not a bad start for them at all. Unfortunately, they are going to have to fight through a 4-alt Jersey here once they're able to walk it back, so going to be an uphill battle to retake, but they do have that cushion there for them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Jersey were expecting this kind of strong showing right out of the gate from LVT. Kudos to them for doing it, but Jersey's managed to answer back, and here we go. We're back in it again.
Yeah, and Zamps kicking off the fight, almost immediately engaging on that Rogue there, doing his job quite well. Again, holding on to that Heartbreaker ult too. There's the Living Chi from Doobie there, taking on that Iron Fist and moving in for some more fighting here. Jack turn does pop, Final Judgment as well, but not a lot of value taken out of that one here. LVT does kind of make it an even fight here. Jersey being very, very careful here not to overcommit the ultimates. And yeah, like you were saying, I do feel like they were caught a little bit on the back foot by LVT to start things off, and now it's kind of leveled out. It's a little smoother for Jersey here, but Las Vegas, not too far behind here. Cloak and Dagger all coming down on the point here, so Jersey is going to commit to the fight here, but Slayer takes down the C&D with the Master of Magnetism there. Meteor M offline for now, but may not be needed here for LVT as they are threatening to take this point here too. 3 KOs now for the Titans here as Jack turn on that Punisher shotgun, taking down one more. CYA from Old King Cole to wrap it up, but that will be a retake for LVT here, and we are dangerously close to final fight territory.
We really are, and what a fantastic ult there from Steiner. On that Groot, it was an incredible ult, but yet LVT managed to answer back, and there's the Strange Portal.
Yeah, so this is potentially final fight here. If LVT can survive this onslaught here, and they might just do it. Young Yepa over to the Emma Frost and already finding a KO in this fight here. 2 for 1 for LVT as they are trying to just keep a leg up in this fight here. No ults online. One, Jack Turn's got that Final Judgment, and that may be the last thing the LVT needs here. But no, Doobie sends them back to spawn here while the Rocket Raccoon picking up a KO as well here. Las Vegas in control of the point here. Jersey using their portal to get back here. Steiner was on that Doctor Strange here, so they have no portal recontest here. LVT just got to push off the last couple of members here, but Jersey is getting dangerously close to walking it back here. Just one ultimate for them. Gambit all about to come online for Jersey if they can't focus down Kava, and they cannot. Raging Royal Flush comes down. 1 second of overtime left for point number 1 here, and that is one Emma Frost back to spawn. Punisher down as well here. Jersey trying to regain control of this point, and they might just do it there. Steiner on the Captain America in there, creating some space for the rest of the Jackals to come in and retake this point here. Zam will finish him off with a couple of Yancey Street haymakers there, and that is a retake for Jersey here at the last second.
I mean, what a fantastic retake there by Jersey to get it back into the game, and here's coming the Strange Portal. They're gonna go for it. Are they gonna be able to get back, make the contest back? Sorry, for Las Vegas.
Yeah, they've got a huge amount of resources here. Through the portal we go. Raging Royal Flush on the table here for Las Vegas. They're going to have to survive a couple ultimates here. Heartbreaker and Living Chi on the board. CYA coming online in the middle of the fight for the Tyrants, but it might be a little bit too late here. 1 for 1 at least. Meteor M overhead from Slayer as well. Trying to find its mark. Does find one. Finds the Cloak and Dagger. So one healer for Jersey down here. Big sustain problem for the Jackals here. And a Sonic Seduction as well from Young Yappa. So trying to turn the Jackals their way here as now LVT finds themselves in the opposite predicament, trying to flip this point one last time here. No ultimates left for them. They might have that Horn of Proteus here in just a second if Humble Potato can finish that charge before getting KO'd here. LVT finding plenty of picks in this fight though, showing some prowess here for sure, and it is almost wiping out the Jackals here. Big retake for the Tyrants here. Nobody on point, no Doctor Strange portal in sight, and that finally is a highly contested point number 1 going to the Tyrants.
What a fantastic first round. What an absolutely just on both sides here from both of these fantastic teams. What a showing. This is far closer than many people were predicting this to shape up to be. You know, I am pleasantly surprised. I think this could go the distance.
I was gonna say that's just point number one, right? That's not even
Yeah.
the map. That is the
No.
first point of this.
Well, look at the aggression. Look at the plays coming out here from both of these teams. They're absolutely squeezing out as much value as they possibly can here. Fantastic gameplay from both sides.
Yeah, I was gonna say very few alts kind of misfired during that whole first point. Really, I mean, both teams finding value with almost every piece they drop here. So there's an interesting fight coming our way to start things off here. So the Tyrants, they do have that Eye of Agamotto ready to go. They're gonna have a CYA online as well. But there's gonna be this mid-fight alt swing here with Jersey where they're suddenly gonna have a ton of pressure coming online here. So if Tyrants are on some pretty quick cleanup duty, they might be able to get themselves a first cap here. But the Jackals are gonna be looking to kind of get the last laugh here once those alts come online.
Very much so. In Jersey fighting from the back foot here. It's only one to finish it, but I think that Jersey's got probably a little something in their pocket here. They're definitely taking this seriously now.
Yeah, 100%. Again, same kind of thing starting off here from Jersey. They get that aggressive Groot wall here to try and wall off a big chunk of the team. Paying off here as Samson Doobie are able to pick up a couple of very early KOs here. Jackals don't even need the mid-fight alt swing. There is no fight here. They will take point number one, and they do have Gambit alt online, and Old King Cole still got a CYA, but not a ton of resources for the Tyrants just yet.
Very true. And those early picks onto Young Yappa and 777 Slayer, I mean, huge. And an additional stagger after the fact, just running down that clock. It's exactly what they need.
Yeah, gotta build that cushion very early on here, just like the Tyrants did. You saw they were able to recover from kind of that little road bump they ran into, so that's what the Jackals are looking to do here. 3 alts ready to go on both sides of the board, and the Jackals not gonna wait for any more to charge. Heartbreaker and a Raging Royal Flush coming down from the Jackals here. It is gonna be Steiner picking up 1 and 2, 3, a triple KO on the Groot here. Doobie and Sam picking up the rest of them here as the Tyrants aced and all walking it back from the spawn room here. So Jersey looking like they are online here. Download complete, at least on point number 2.
Very true. Download complete indeed. But massive value out of those alts. Definitely putting LVT up in the economy here, but they're going to need to make good use of it because we're over 50% here. And, Jersey, if they don't take out Jersey now, they're going to get a huge lead.
Yeah, LVT's got to find value in this fight here, and they will. Jack Turn already coming in there. Double KO on the Punisher. Make that 3 and looking for some more on that final judgment. Make it 4, 5. It's almost all 6. Almost. The Hexa so painfully close. More than enough for LVT to flip the point here, and now they find the roles reversed from point number 1. They are on the back foot for now, but a very confident retake from them.
I mean, absolutely dominant. We were talking before this about how Jack Turn was that dark horse. He's definitely shown it. Absolute fantastic 5K there coming out. Almost at 6, almost at it.
Yeah, big game changer for Las Vegas so far here. Now they've got 4 ultimates. They've got the points. They hold a lot of the cards in this case. No Gambit pun intended. But it is already going to be the Jackals returning fire here. Zam's picking up the 2K on the Rogue as well. Old King Cole does get a res off of the BRB Beacon and a CYA coming down as well here. So insane sustain for the Tyrants here as they are trying to hold onto this thing tooth and nail here. But they are running out of resources. Young Yappa holding that Sonic Seduction is back to spawn again, courtesy of the Rogue on the side of the Jersey Jackals here. So they are slowly regaining control of this point here. 50% captured for the Tyrants here before the Jersey recap. But again, we're in this same kind of situation now. Potentially a final fight for the Jackals, and I already see the strange swaps. I'm expecting a portal.
Absolutely, and I mean, Jersey's taking this in a very different way now. They're fighting in a very different light. Different Jersey than we saw out of the gate. They're warm now.
Yeah, warm and deadlier than point number 1 for sure. There's the strange portal, delayed it just a little bit here. So final fight territory once again here. Tyrants through the portal and sit right back is the Namor. Zamp and Doobie all flying in all directions here, picking up some haymaker KOs there. Double KO for the thing, adding some more numbers to that elim column. All now clobbering time onto the Tyrants here. They got the KOs here, but not quite the full life they need just yet to finish things off there. Abuelo on the Gambit manages to get up and get away here, but the thing running them down there finally takes them out here. Overtime ticking away as most of the Tyrants are back in spawn, and we will go to point number 3 as the Jackals return fire.
We've got ourselves a map. we have got ourselves a map. Zam absolutely just dueling it out there. Not even dueling, dominating there in that last fight. Fantastic work there from Zam on the thing. It is clobbering time. If you weren't aware, if anyone didn't see, you know.
I think my watch batteries died. It didn't tell me that, so I missed the train on that one. But the Jackals,
it's clobber o'clock.
Jersey not missing the 3rd-point train here. They have battled back, but really big bright spots for both teams so far. But again, you know, a lot of it just comes down to that chemistry. A lot of it comes down to the ult combinations. We've seen a lot of Zamps and Doobie working together. We've seen a lot of Thing diving in for cleanup here. I mean, there's a lot of chemistry on the side of the Jackals here. There's some big plays happening for the Tyrants for sure, but I can tell a little bit they're just not as comfortable playing together quite yet. They're definitely figuring out. They've looked very clean, no huge misplays or anything like that, but definitely some work to go here. Fortunately for them, they will have an ult econ advantage here going into this first fight as we wait about 15 more seconds for this zone to unlock here. But they do have Horn of Proteus, they do have Sonic Seduction, and they'll have a CYA before too long here. So they are looking to go on a very quick cleanup duty to start things off here, but already right out of the gate, Doobie on that Iron Fist, the immortal Iron Fist here, finding another KO here, but the Tyrants fire back here. Young Yappa and Slayer both finding some KOs for themselves here. 3 ults still online for the Tyrants, and those Groot walls from Steiner, man, coming in super clutch here. Nice zoning from the Groot there as well. So Jersey able to hold out in spite of a couple of very early KOs here. They will take that first cap, even though they didn't have any ults to use.
Yeah, that is that Steiner spacing is what we'll call it. How about that? Talk about alliteration.
Yeah, good stuff from Steiner's group for sure here. But now Tyrants, they are building up quite a library of ultimates here. They've got 4 ready to go. They just don't have the Hand of Khonshu, and they don't have a Royal Flush here. That is something that Jersey's got, and they're going to take advantage of it. Gambit all on the table here. Sonic Seduction trying to interrupt that Gambit all here, making it a little bit more useless, but taken down by the Iron Fist once again here. Absolute menace is Doobie on the Iron Fist. I am predicting maybe Iron Fist ban on map number 3 as it's coming in super clutch here on the back half of Hell's Heaven. But again, no ultimates used so far. That make me a liar now. Abuelo throws down the Raging Royal Flush as well here, trying to keep the Tyrants in this fight here. Jackals almost at 50% captured, and they used a couple ultimates to try and hold on to it. They've got so many resources here. The Tyrants taking them down one by one. They will recap here, but now they have got a few moments here to reassess what the heck are we going to do to try and hold this thing as Tyrants on the board here on point number 3.
I mean, and look at that fantastic ult discipline here coming out from LVT, right? I mean, they took it, and yet they're still competitive in the ult economy. Love to see it. Great work there from LVT.
Yeah, 100%. You see so many teams start getting desperate in this situation, throwing down panic ults left and right, but they have held them well, and they will hold some more KOs here. Yet again, Tyrants coming out strong in this fight now as the Jackals are trying to regroup here and figure out a way to make this happen here, to make this a retake work. They do have 5 ultimates. Steiner not too far behind on that on the Strangling Prison as well. So, you know, there's a big burst coming here from the Jackals. They're not going to wait for it, though. They let it rip here once again. Raging Royal Flush on the table. Ults flying in every direction. Mass chaos here as the Jackals are looking to reclaim the point, the 3rd and final point of this map, the decider that the Tyrants are holding onto with a white knuckle grip here, but they are just not able to hold out here to be able to chase down the rocket, separated from the team, 1 healer away, and that is all she wrote there. Jackals will retake and surpass Las Vegas Tyrants' capture progress for now.
Yeah, and what a fantastic retake there from Jersey. Great answer back there. It's exactly what they've been looking for. Managed to crack that spacing open like an egg and get themselves back onto point, really, for this next team fight.
Yeah, just gotta stay aware of what raccoons are running through your backline here, but a huge knock up there for the Jackals here, but they are not able to follow up on it. It's the Tyrants that will make the play here. Several KOs coming out from LVT in spite of a 4-man stun onto the Tyrants here, so already back in the fight here. You know, LVT has bounced back a lot. They have taken some seriously big hits in some of these team fights, but they're able to get back on their feet very quickly.
Absolutely great regain there, and a lot of work from Jack Turn coming out in that team fight. Definitely some strong showings there on that Moon Knight. Love to see it.
Yeah, 100%. LVT frontline doing some serious work as well. Tank soaking and putting out a lot of damage at the same time here. And Young Yap are going to continue to do that. Another Psionic selection coming out from them. Jersey Jackals ready for those Zamps on that rogue right in the mix there, creating some spacing. And we are coming down to the wire here. More than 90% captured for the Tyrants, and they are losing control of it here at the last second. Jack over onto the Moon Knight. The Jackals will retake here, but the Tyrants should have one more opportunity to get back in here. But big stagger there onto the Moon Knight. They are going to be one man down here as Young Yappa throwing down the portal. So maybe they can fix this stagger pretty quickly.
Well, they've got only moments before they need to be on point. And there it is. They get the recontest. Fantastic strange portal.
Yeah, very tight timing there, and the Tyrants already in a decent spot here. Jack turned back in action on the Moon Knight. Triple KO for him there as overtime goes into effect here. Jackals still in control of the point, but they don't have that many bodies left. Kava is still there somehow, but most of the Tyrants are standing on the point. They will flip it at 95% here. There should be one more strange portal coming out, so maybe one more fight here for the Jackals, but Tyrants still in control at this point. There's the portal we were looking for. They will conserve this overtime at least for now, but Sam on the thing already down. Humble Potato overhead on the Iron Man. Tony Stark sending Big Grim back to the spawn here and finding even more at the last second. We might be looking at an upset here. 99, a double overtime here as it ticks away. Jackals trying to find every bit of this thing that they can. Steiner running around on the Venom, but cannot hold it. And map number 1 will go to LVT.
What an absolute show. Absolute cinema here coming out from these teams. It's back and forth. It really is. I mean, you love to see it, but fantastic work there, and not even remotely surprised that Jack Turn here is getting this MVP for this map. Just remarkable work coming out of him. He gets staggered right at the end there, right? They get that late pick onto Jack Turn, and you think he's not going to be there for the final team fight, but they manage to get the timing just perfectly, gets back in there, goes absolutely crazy. Fantastic recontest there from LVT to just pull it out of the abyss.
Yeah, I mean, it really does come down to that resource management, at the last second. Able to both teams portaling, both teams running ults through the portals, but at the end of the day, the last laugh goes to the Tyrants here, which does, from what I've been told, definitely sounds like quite an upset. And I was told Jack Turn definitely is one of their dark horses and put in a lot of work there. But again, cannot overlook the work of that frontline. Slayer on the Magneto for most of that map, Young Yappa on the Emma Frost. Absolutely insane stuff from that tank line there. So not just about soaking damage, right? Not just about standing there and letting the DPSs do the thing. They are in the mix as well, just as much of a threat as the duelists on that team. Of course, Jackals not too many steps behind there, very closely in LVT's rearview mirror. So absolutely, if you were here for a 5-mapper, I'm starting to feel like we might get all 5 maps out of this one.
Absolutely. And congratulations to Vampy Tuna there, 1.3k channel points. We do not support betting here in United Rogue unless it's for channel points, and then only with channel points. But with that, a huge congratulations there. Map 1 going to the Las Vegas Tyrants. And you know what? I think we've got a match. And I think Jersey's looking at this going, we don't have Prio here. We don't, there's no magic bullet. If this is going to be a win, it's going to be a slugfest. I think personally, and once again, we don't cast or curse. We do our best. Inevitably, we always fail eventually, but we do our best not to cast or curse our teams. But I think, personally, this could go the distance. And here at the cast, we're happy as long as it's always a game 5.
I mean, if you were just going to tell me this was one map, I would be happy with that one, personally.
I'm sure we all would, except for Jersey. I'm sure. I think Jersey right now has motivation like they haven't had yet.
Definitely. I'm already kind of thinking about next steps, right? Getting ready to go into map number 2. What the heck do you ban against these Tyrants? Most of them swapped heroes several times. We saw Jack Turn getting multi-KOs on the Punisher, picking up multi-KOs on the Moon Knight. Humble Potato swapped to that Iron Man there at the last second, got a 3K. I think the only players that really didn't swap that much were the backliners, were the Rocket Raccoon and the Gambit. So, you can't just say, all right, we're going to ban out Jack Turn this match, because, do you ban ban the Punisher and the Moon Knight? Do you spend most of your ban phase trying to take care of DPS? I mean, it's kind of a tough team to ban against. So I don't envy the Jackals as they're going into this next pick and ban phase, but we will have to see, because there's definitely a lot they could be doing here.
Well, you know what? You've heard of Swiss Army knives. Now you've got Swiss Army Jack Turn. You know, for whatever application you need, Jack Turn's got you. I won't glaze him too much, but you know, the showing has been there. You know, the point has been proven. Let's see if he can keep it up, and let's see if Jersey can indeed find that answer. But we do have a pause here coming out from Jersey. Not sure what's going on here. Are we okay? Did we lose somebody?
I'm gonna say maybe a disconnect. It's definitely early for like a tech problem, I think.
We are checking with league operations here on the back end to make sure that there's no issues, no rule book issues here going on, but and also to make sure everyone's okay. That's the most important thing. No, C1, absolutely not. Nope, absolutely not. Nope. We're already down Prio. You are not doing this to us. Nope, not going to happen. We don't cast or curse a lot of things. I'll curse that. It's not happening.
I don't think they want the 5v6 anyway. I'm not being one down already.
5v6. You don't want to be Las Vegas, beat Jersey, and they go, oh, well, you guys were down a man, you know, so no. Any updates there from the league operations end? We're listening into the comms. The phone lines are open. Oh, well, nothing from the league ops end here. We have production is attempting to find an answer for the pause. Hopefully Jersey will be back with us here soon. In the meantime, they'd like to pick a new map. Okay.
I think they just did.
I do believe Jersey did just select a map. I don't believe they are allowed to end the match to reselect the map. That is going to be an interesting league operations ruling after this series. Stay tuned. Wild, absolutely wild. Thank you, Lauren. Girlfriend is glorping me in the chat. I don't know what that means. We are taking a pause on stream. We will be back with you shortly. All right. Dropping a quick update for everybody here who may be wondering where we went. So we have the new map is currently playable. We did release a no ping announcement in the server about that in community announcements. However, courtesy of Tierbacks, unfortunately, we did not include it in the map pool. And we do have one of our teams, specifically Jersey here, that is looking to play the map. However, as we're not able to go ahead and manually change that ourselves, we have to go ahead and start up a lobby, which we have right now, wait for score to be done in order to get the score to where it should be appropriately. And then we're going to go ahead and reinvite the teams and continue our series. So slight pause here while we're doing that, but we do apologize for the delay, and as I said, we'll be back with you here shortly. That is about it, though, and once again, we will be back with you in just a moment. All right, and we are back. Diatonic's beautiful face. Hello, Diatonic. He
Howdy,
always he
howdy.
always looks happy, you know. Guy always looks like he's happy to be here. We love to see it. But yeah, we are we're currently running up score here. Apparently we can change this manually, but I'm not aware of that. So currently there's a Venom sitting on point here. Name of Arudos capping for LVT. Go LVT. I didn't know I got signed this season, but look at me go.
I hope they paired you for that.
I mean, I feel like I should be an honorary member of LVT for what it is I'm doing here for them, you know? I'm turning this into a 2-0 for them. This is in rounds. This isn't bad.
Oh, hey, an ace too from the Venom. I mean, unstoppable. Truly, no one is stopping this guy.
Absolutely, yeah. It's gonna be the first United Rogue Marvel Rivals match where a map was taken without a single killer death. You know, I feel like that's a landmark in and of itself.
Writing Rivals history, truly.
W diatonic score. What do you mean W diatonic score? Diatonic's he's not even playing.
Let's go.
This is crazy. I can't believe it. Diatonic, you're diffing me without even playing? This is unbelievable.
Y'all don't want me to play. I do the broadcast thing for a reason. We stay hard stuck plat.
Yeah. For to answer Bionic's question, we are not forcing a jur loss. We are forcing a jur loss for the first map so that the score in the series is correct in the lobby, and that is it. Then everyone will rejoin, and the series will continue on as if nothing ever happened in the first place, or something like that. Don't blame me. I didn't do it. It was Diatonic. Put it all on Diatonic.
I had to see the new map.
It was all Diatonic. He was like, I refuse to cast this unless I see the new map. You know, I completely understand.
It is.
You can't blame the guy.
It is quite a map, I will say. It's one of the
maps
of all time.
It's definitely one of the maps of all time. Absolutely. I feel like that goes without saying.
Yeah. It's a fun time. There's a lot of brawl. We're gonna see a lot of really in your face. If you've ever watched Pacific Marvel Rivals, like Oceania kind of rivals, it's gonna be a lot like that. There's a lot of punching people in the face, a lot more than usual. So,
Creepted has fallen off the map. Was afraid of my Venom. Actually, is what it was. It was how intimidating my Venom was.
It is.
Yeah.
Free.
That guy eats people. Like he's got a crazy diet. I mean,
I don't know.
I'd be afraid of him too. You know.
That's what I'm saying.
Creep is now shooting me. Creep has now decided that I need to die. You know what? I need to win this 1v1. Creep's fallen off the map again. I don't need to do anything. My aura by itself was enough. Sorry, Creep. Creep can't say anything. But I was like,
we're wrong,
I get to talk trash uncontested. Creep, no. Creep, no. I don't have walls. I'm not Groot. I can't keep her from jumping off. You should have voted LVT free points. No farming channel points.
I don't condone gambling, but
we don't condone gambling, but as long as it's with channel points, that's fine. If we could all sit around a fire as cats while we wait. I hate cats.
I'm here for that.
I think cats are smaller versions of lions, and lions are scary. I'm telling you. You look at you want the clothes. You got cats are cute, and then you have Catwoman. She beats people up at night. It's crazy. Robs places. You want to go a little bit older school on DC. You got what is it? Wildcat, the boxer. None of the cats are particularly friendly.
I think it's the same no matter which comic book universe.
I mean, I guess, right? But
Oh man, yeah.
Gambling is fun though. Only with channel point 777 Slayer. We don't support any other form of gambling here at United Rogue. Very sorry, but look at that. I got MVP. Go me.
Are you allowed to gamble channel points on yourself? I feel like you can't sports bet on
No,
yourself. It's
no,
like,
no. You can't.
well, the
You can't.
LVT definitely gonna lose this one, and then I run it off the edge 20 times. Like,
They're throwing your entire match simply for channel points would be beyond diabolical.
I call that value. I
mean, I didn't say it wasn't value. I'm just saying how much value you're getting here. You know. But yeah, I'm now gonna hop off to spectators, and we're gonna let the juicers join the lobby. Hey, they are
the professionals handle it.
Oh yeah, listen, I'm out of here. It's my job here is done. I think that's the most playtime I'm gonna get this whole season.
New record at least. Hey, I mean,
true. I haven't played in any previous seasons either. I was a free agent. I was a primo tier bench warmer.
Look, if you make one plate appearance and you hit something, you're still batting 1,000. So
that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm batting though. That's more of a TF2 type thing.
There you go.
Yeah. Technically a hero shooter, right?
Kind of the granddaddy. The reason
I feel like TF2 is kind of the OG here.
Yeah, that is true. And I know there's a lot of big Overwatch news happening, and I know there's a lot of like Rivals wouldn't be here without Overwatch, and Overwatch wouldn't be doing this without Rivals. None of y'all would be here without Team Fortress. Okay, let's you gotta take a couple steps back here.
Oh boy. But we are back here. The players are rejoining. Prediction poll is being reset. Get your channel points in there. And you know what? I feel like we've yapped for so long that they might have forgotten. Diatonic, bring us back to reality, please. Where are we in this series?
Well, so we are on our way to map number 2. This is the Jersey Jackals versus the Las Vegas Tyrants, week number 2 here in the URMR. Just watched quite a back and forth on Hell's Heaven between these two teams. Very close. Went all the way to point number 3. Double overtime, double Doctor Strange portal, like 15 ults being activated in the last fight. But I mean, seriously, huge bright spots for both teams. Going into this, a lot of people have been talking about Jersey, saying, one of the best teams kind of on paper. LVT, some people underestimating them a little bit, but now both teams really putting up a fight on Hell's Heaven. So that's kind of where we stand right now. A bit of an upset against Jersey. So LVT jumping out to an early lead here and already threatening to maybe take this thing to 5 maps, which I love Marvel. Never going to complain about seeing a 5-mapper, especially with how these two teams have been playing. So,
hey, listen, I'm completely with you on that one. 100% with you. We here, if you ask us what team we're on, we are on going the distance. It's our own special team. Prod only.
Yeah, so we did have there was a little bit of a map pick discrepancy. So last week, newest competitive map, Museum of Contemplation, did drop in the game, and it is now legal. So we've reset the lobby to give these teams the opportunity to play on the map and show you a little bit of what the new map looks like. If you haven't gotten to see it, it's a pretty interesting map. It's kind of this weird reverse funnel where starting off very, very brawl heavy map. You're kind of up in everybody's face, very tight corridors, close corners, a little bit like Hell's Heaven to some degree. There's these kind of weird flank corridors available. But as the map progresses, it opens up a lot more, opens up the opportunity for some poke comps. So definitely going to be some adjustment as this map goes on for these teams. But, that's kind of what it's all about. It's about adapting to the situation, even as the map around you is literally changing. So I'm really excited to see this map in action. I've played a little bit myself, but I haven't gotten to actually call a match on it yet. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how teams respond to it.
Big exciting deal, and a big thank you, by the way, before we get into this, to Creep on the back end here on Prod, who's been getting us back into the mix. Thank you very much to Creep. She also did shoot me. Someone reported for that. But here we go. We are back in the mix, and honestly, I want something that we don't get to see very often. Do you think that this pause is going to have an effect on how warm these teams are? Do you think that they're just going to bounce back into it? Will that fire burn through?
I've definitely seen it happen. I've definitely seen tech pauses before kind of throw a wrench in the flow of the match. You know, these teams, they kind of get locked in, they kind of get in the zone, and things kind of like fall like dominoes. And when something stops you and kind of holds you back, yeah, it definitely can affect you. So I'm curious to see if the start of this is going to be a little bit more of a button check, a little bit of a warm up, kind of getting back into the swing of things. But you know, this map is very hectic right out of the gate, especially if you're on the attacker side, trying to get out from behind the that starting wall and get out of spawn. So a couple interesting things happening with the ban phase here. Again, Jersey saving Gambit first. You know, Las Vegas not opting to ban him outright. So both teams want to take advantage of him, of course. So Jersey did get the Phoenix ban in as the opener. Las Vegas chose the Groot ban. I like that choice. I don't know how strong Groot is on Museum of Contemplation specifically. I feel like he can come more in handy kind of at the beginning when there's tight corridors. You can't get away from the strangling prison. The walls have more impact, but I feel like once it opens up, you know, Groot's been a good pick for a couple seasons now, no matter what. So definitely not a bad choice to start off with, but definitely interesting to me. Invis save from Jersey and a Cloak and Dagger ban, actually, to round out their draft phase here. Las Vegas going to give us the last ban here before we go to picks. But yeah, not a... You know, and again, it's only been out for a week. I don't know how much time teams have really had to kind of sit down with the map, try some things out, understand where their favorite comps lie and kind of what heroes are good to go for in the ban phase, but they're going to ban out Mag. So 3 strong ban choices from Las Vegas, 3 strong ban choices from Jersey too. You know, there are some big flankers, some big dives still on the table here. Jack Turn, I see, locks in the Black Panther almost right away. So yeah, definitely going to be all out brawl from start to finish. So, you know, strap in, basically, is my advice going into this.
Buckle up, more to come. But yeah, no, I'm absolutely loving these pick bans. You know, it's lovely how LVT looked at that and went, you know what? Now we've had enough of Steiner. You know what? Ban him. I'm going to be honest. I haven't even seen this map yet, so I'm super excited. What I'm just wondering how much playtime these players have gotten on the new map. And you know, whether we're going to be seeing some fumbles or some interesting plays, you know, a little bit of fun map interaction that you very often have.
Yeah, and you know, with a map so new like this, there's still some nooks and crannies that teams haven't explored yet. There's still some... This map creates some really wild angles. It's some very interesting architecture, so definitely gonna look for some really cheesy stuff that you wouldn't see on a lot of other maps here. Very fitting of somebody like the Collector for the map theming. But map number 2 here, Las Vegas off to a strong start this series here. They get the upset on map number 1 and looking to keep it rolling here on map number 2. Jersey on attack first, and Las Vegas, Young Yappa on the Angela, waiting around the corner there as Jersey at least is able to walk it out of the spawners here. Not getting held too strongly here as Las Vegas gives them some breathing room. It's going to be LDT. Young Yappa taking the first blood here. Moving on, the Moonlight already back to spawn here. So a decent start for the defense as well. Jersey's able to make a little bit of progress here, but that creates some space that Las Vegas can now stand in between the spawn room and the payload. So it could be a little more tough for Jersey to get back on and get things moving.
And what a fantastic place here, coming out from Young Yappa in this back line, displacing people using, once again, there's that fun map geometry, right? Displacing people and getting those picks as they pick up 2 more.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a deadlock to start things off here. I do see that quite a bit. You know, I've gotten some time in on this map myself. I definitely see attackers can stall out here pretty bad at the very beginning here, but once they get things going, that's when it kind of becomes this breakneck pace sort of map here. But Las Vegas doing a good job here. Young Yappa just, again, harassing out some key pieces of Jersey's team here, just trying to buy themselves as much time as possible there. Finding some more KOs there. The DPS line for LVT online. No warm-ups needed here. They are still hot as Jack picks up a 2K. Slayer finds a KO as well on the Doctor Strange. So reset here yet again for Jersey. So they let him walk out just a couple steps there, create some space that lets him step in front of that payload, and now they are really locking in the defense.
Yeah, love this frontline disrupt, really opening that space for Jack Turn to do his thing on that Hela. Love to see it. Fantastic plays coming out here.
Yeah, big resource dump here from LVT. They find a 3-man stun onto Jersey here, but not a ton of follow-up there. Jackal find one more KO onto the Gambit as well, so solid kick there for LVT as well. Overhead on that Hella ult, just not enough value like you'd expect to see. Steiner on the eye of Agamotto as well, but doesn't really make its mark here either. Jersey, though, they'll make up for it with some straight-up KOs here. Steiner taking down Jack as well. So a couple things moving here for Jersey. They finally broke the halfway point of this first checkpoint here, so they are well on their way, but Young Yappa has a lot to say about that here on the Angela. Menace with a wing overhead, just trying to find some more picks onto Jersey and just keep things moving their direction here. But now Jersey with a minute 30 still on the clock. They've got some time here to try and make some progress, but can they get past this Angela?
I mean, this disrupt absolutely putting a massive dampener here onto the Jersey offense.
Yeah, and big Galactic Legend overhead there from Zam, but shut down very quickly by that Hella here. So, you know, Jersey may be affected by the pause here, maybe not as one, but LVT picked it right back up where they left off there. Big hand of Conchu from Doobie goes down. Doesn't find a ton of damage, though. LVT ducking and dodging these ultimates from Jersey there. Invisible boundary coming down for them, but not enough to save their Moon Knight or their Gambit here, as Humble Potato picking up a couple more KOs on the Moon Knight. Steiner does find a couple on the eye. They will take out a Moon Knight and a Rocket on the side of LVT. Zamps will get a double off of the Gambit as well. So it's kind of a tug of war here, but 30 seconds left to go. Not a lot of time for Jersey to make a move.
Absolutely, and Young Yap just trying to get some absolute from last second contest there. Does chop off sometime, but that's going to be a reset here. My goodness.
Yeah, that'll close it out. Checkpoint 1. But Las Vegas has cut into a lot of Jersey's time here. They're only going back up to 2:45. So once you see teams not able to get back up to that 4 minutes, you know you're really cutting in to their true time remaining on this map. So good stuff from Las Vegas on defense, though Jersey's got some serious grit here to keep this offense going. So slowly but surely they're making some progress here, but they can't let it go on like this for too much longer. They've got to find a real breakthrough here. I do see Jack go up on that Goddess of Death and just coming right back down. Nothing off of that ultimate either. So, you know, got to be a little more careful with the ult activations here. But again, Las Vegas, they have bought themselves some time, so not the worst thing in the world.
Absolutely. Rather back and forth here from both teams here in the middle, but I don't see any ones right now dominating the other.
No, they're both definitely getting hits in. I mean, it's a little bit of a slower, more methodical pace from these two. Again, probably resulting of this is still a pretty new map, and teams haven't gotten a ton of practice in on it yet. But Jersey does have some tech here under the belt. They're still in this fight here. Minute 30 left to go. Halfway, checkpoint number 2, halfway of the map cleared here. Ult economy looking a little bit stronger for LVT. They're going to have a couple ults charge up pretty quick here. Jersey, they've already got that Hand of Khonshu and a Galactic Legend as well, so they've got a lot of damage in the back pocket here. Steiner will find the Hella. That'll pop the BRB beacon from old King Cole. So no sustain there from the Rocket for now. And now they're going to try to cinch in some KOs here. Slayer throwing down the Sonic Seduction here, but not really finding its mark. Jersey's got 3 ults left to go. Invis goes for the boundary, but can't get it down in time. LVT cleaning up here. Under 60 seconds to go for Jersey to try and clear this next hurdle.
Jersey definitely finding a little bit of a roadblock here from Las Vegas. They've got to be able to push through, and probably I'd say about the next 15 to 20 seconds, otherwise it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the most ironclad defense that I've ever seen from a team. Las Vegas has a good defense, but nothing too crazy here. But it's enough to just slowly eat away at Jersey's time here. So they're going to try to let some of this fly here. 30 seconds left to go. They find a couple of big KOs here at the last second. Hand of Conchu coming down from Doobie on the side of Jersey. That'll clean up the rest here. Abuelo walking away with just 1 or 2 HP, and Jack will survive as well here. But LVT is scrambling to recover. A Slayer on the Strange. I do believe they still have the portal available, so they might be able to make a last-second stop here with 10 to go. They are going to try it here, but already Young Yappa taken down. Then back to spawn here. Aya Nagamoto coming out from Steiner as well. CYA on the board here, but Jersey will clear the checkpoint back up to a minute and 30 left to go here as we reach the final stretch, and definitely some more poke opportunities opening up here as we get to this last checkpoint.
I mean, that honestly was a fantastic opener there onto Young Yappa and get them into that point. Great plays there coming out from Jersey in order to crack open that LVTD.
Yeah, 100% here. And they're going to need it too because LVT, they've got 3 ults left to go here. Raging Royal Flush coming down from Abuelo Fox to start things off here. So all LVT needs to do is hold them just a little bit longer, under 1 minute to go for Jersey after that time refresh here. And the Gambit for the side of LVT does find another KO here as well. So again, just kind of picking each other off. No big aces, no big kind of full tsunamis from one side or the other here. But Jersey finding what they need here. Steiner finding a 3K on the Doctor Strange, so that will be a nice breakthrough for them. They're able to at least get a little bit more progress down the lane here, and Las Vegas trying to run away here. Again, they've got the time, right? 20 seconds left to go, still about half of the checkpoint left to clear. They have time to regroup, but now Jersey going to be sitting on 4, maybe 5 ultimates if they get a crack and impact too.
Absolutely, and I mean, fantastic work there coming out from Steiner, and here we go.
Yeah, potential last fight territory here. If Jersey can get a full ace, they might be able to clear that checkpoint. It is going to be a race to the finish, though. 3 ults still in Jersey's hand and none available for LVT here. Big quad KO for Sam on that Star-Lord as well. Huge Galactic Legend for Jersey just in time here as they are going to have to clear this thing under overtime. There is a very real chance here that LVT can make this one last fight here, but Jersey's got the momentum and they have the ult economy to make it happen. Huge stuns coming out there for Jersey as well, picking up KO after KO here. Doobie lets that Kraken impact fly here at the last second as overhead Sam on the Star-Lord as well, looking for some more picks here. They will clean house though. Jersey finding every single member of LVP, all of the Tyrants dethroned, sent back to spawn, and Jersey will clear the Museum of Contemplation.
Holy mackerel. Absolutely fantastic gameplay there coming out of Jersey. You know what? I can see why they wanted this map.
Well,
as it just so happens, I'm starting to see the plan.
Yeah, it worked out in their favor in the end. Definitely gave LVT a lot to contemplate here as we're going to swap sides. So this is tough. I mean, they do need to clear the map, but the most fortunate part of all this is that Jersey had to do it in overtime. So if LVT can kind of get offense moving pretty quickly, they can conserve some time and maybe have a time advantage going into potential extra rounds. But the first thing that Las Vegas has to do, they have to clear this map to stay alive here.
They most certainly do. Will they be able to do it is a whole nother question.
Yeah, they did well on defense. They had some opportunities here. They had some choke points that they played. You know, I feel like they found some things on defense, but offense on this map is a whole different ball game. I feel like it's a lot different than on other maps. Like the comparison between offense and defense, it feels so much different on this map, and maybe that's just a result of it being new. But you know, I don't know. It's really going to come down to how fast they get offense moving here. They're going to look to stay pretty offensive with, you know, Deadpool's got some high damage output for being a Vanguard, of course. You know, if you want to go fast offense, Rocket not a bad choice, and Pole definitely favors the Rocket here. So doors open here. Las Vegas looking for their opportunity to stay alive here on map number 2. Jersey clearing it, all 3 checkpoints, and so far Las Vegas right out the door and right on to the payload here. They're hanging in there, but it is gonna be Jersey again, finding first blood here on the second half. King Cole will be able to get one member of, but one of them gonna be walking it back from spawn. So, you know, Jersey kind of gonna be looking for the same thing, wear them down over time, right? Eat away at that time. Don't need to hold them at spawn necessarily, especially when you have the whole map to play with, but it is gonna come down to, can Jersey effectively hold them just like Las Vegas did?
True, very, very, very true. I'm just wondering whether they're going to be able to find that momentum fast enough. You know, this map really seems to be a question of you won't realize that you're being held until, you know, you've been held. You know, you can waste a lot of time here.
You definitely can, and it kind of it feels like there's no in between. It feels like you get full held at spawn, or you just blast right on out here. Las Vegas kind of going for a flank here. They do take the angle. They go the high route right out of spawn around the corner, and now behind Jersey, and they are putting the hurt on here. Not a ton of KOs. They do at least send Doobie back, so no Winter Soldier in the mix here. That is going to be a couple ultimates here. Invisible Boundary coming from Jersey, and it is going to be a skill issue coming out from LVT. The Deadpool ult dropping for the first time this series here, but Jersey claps back. They get the turn on LVT, and now no progress made with 2:15 still on the clock. So a lot of LVT's time gone now. I like the strategy. I like trying to find the different angle, but Jersey was waiting and ready for it. Like you said, I feel like I can see why they want this map.
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. You know what? I think they might have spent some time on it. I think they might have been practicing it. Just a thought. Just a thought.
Yeah, not a bad guess at all. So
that is true. They do have a pro coach.
That is very true. Probably prepared them for this. Maybe a little bit of an advantage to go in so strong with big knowledge of a brand new map here. But it is going to be all chaos here with 1:30 on the clock here. Jersey is letting it fly. The KO's coming in here. Zam, Zams, Doobie, Kava, almost everybody on the side of the Jersey Jackals finding a KO for themselves here. Las Vegas sent back a short distance to spawn, but back to spawn nonetheless here. Just 1:20 left to go here. Vegas in trouble here as Jersey has found the stop every time here. And now finally LVT coming out swinging. Jack turn on the Punisher shotgun, finding one. Humble Potato on the Moon Knight finds two. King Cole will find one on the Rocket as well. Breakthrough there for LVT. Exactly what they needed, but they only have 60 seconds left to go. I don't know if they have enough time to turn this around.
Las Vegas, welcome to the back foot. You fought from here before, and to great success, you know, and we've seen it in this series already. That's not something you can usually say by game 2.
No, I mean, it has been a huge tug of war between these two teams so far. I feel like Jersey has come out strong here on map number 2, but we know how bad they wanted to play this map here. Now they gotta show it. 30 seconds left to go here. Las Vegas still looking for that first checkpoint here. One more skill issue coming out from Young Yappa on the side of LVT here, but it's not making a dent in that Jersey Iron Curtain of defense here on the second half of this map. CYA down from King Cole as well here, trying to keep the team in the fight. We just don't have the follow-up here. Aya Vagamoto from Steamer, it is good, finds 2 stuns onto Las Vegas, but Jack turn again, the hero on that Punisher, finding at least one here. Time ticking away, double KO for Jack, trying to keep things rolling here. It is going to go into OT though, and they are still short of that first checkpoint here. So Jersey, they are dropping one by one here. There is going to be a very close race to the finish. That's Steamer over onto the Strange. I do believe they have the portal. I hear the portal opening here.
Oh my goodness.
One last recontest here, and Steamer comes through the portal and takes one, but goes down swinging here. LVT ready for armed, and what? Couldn't hear you up there, Bucky. Taken down from the ground. Jack turn, finding one more on that Punisher shotgun, and that'll be LVT with the breakthrough here, finding that first checkpoint back up to 2 minutes and 30 seconds by a hair.
My goodness, this Jersey team is fighting like their life depends on it. And Jack picks up 2 in the back line. What is this?
Unreal Punisher stuff, especially on the shotgun. Jack definitely favoring that of the 2 weapons here, but it has come in clutch here. Las Vegas still alive on this map here. 2 minutes left to go here as they are running it down this second checkpoint here, and Jersey now scrambling to try and remount the defense as well here. So 2 ultimates ready to go for Jersey. Already gonna let him go as well. Sonic Seduction, Galactic Legend, combo with the Emma taken down almost immediately here. LVT and Jersey trading a 2 for 2 here. Lots of alt investment from both sides here. No big breakthrough on either one. Las Vegas still moving along here. Used up about 1 minute of their time refresh, and they are almost 3/4 of the way to another one.
I mean, gets the pick on the Zam there from old King Cole. That could be the momentum you need. That could be what you need to go ahead and get back into this team fight.
Yeah, there's been some serious Rocket Raccoon picks here, and as a huge Rocket main myself, like, love to see that. But yeah, big alt economy advantage for Las Vegas here. They are trying to keep this thing rolling here, but finally, Jersey pumping the brakes just a little bit here. Payload stop for now as that invisible boundary goes down, keeping the team alive, but that was life support for Jersey here as 3 more go down as soon as the boundary goes up here. Las Vegas on a roll here. They pound that momentum. So early on, screech to a halt by that Jersey defense, but now finally they found a couple breakthroughs. They've won some pretty key team fights here, and now they're still holding 3 ultimates and maybe some more here.
And now Jersey has got to go ahead and fight through this choke, and it is a rough choke to fight through. They are dropping like flies. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, just don't have the bodies to mount it. Las Vegas gets that 130 time refresh. They didn't even finish off the last one, so now they are back up to 2 minutes here on the last scramble to the end here. But again, Jersey, they cleared the map. We're going to have to go to extra rounds if LVT wants to win it, but they need the time advantage, so they've got to make this last checkpoint a pretty quick one here. They've only got 1 ultimate ready to go. Jersey's got 3, so I do expect a couple of fights needed for LVT to try and run this thing down to the end. But, maybe in the beginning, I wasn't sure they'd be able to do it, but they have kind of made a believer of me over these last couple checkpoints.
I mean, true. I mean, we're seeing a bit of a parallel here between them and Jersey. Last round, they're doing the same thing. Can they complete it, though?
Yeah, and they go for a combo here. I like the play from Jersey. They try the Ranger Royal Flush onto the Kraken Impact, but they don't keep the Bucky alive long enough to make an impact here. Jack, again, absolute demon on the Frank Castle here, finding the path forward for Las Vegas almost around every turn now since they made it out of spawn here. And now the pendulum swings LVT's direction. 3 ultimates. They're going to have a 4th one ready to go. And, of course, can't count out Moon Knight. That is one of the fastest ult charges in the game, so expect Khonshu to make an appearance in this next fight, though. Jersey, they've got plenty to back themselves up to. They've got 4 ultimates ready to go here, and one of those is Invisible Boundary. So both teams going to be tough to overcome here. It is going to be explosive. Overhead, though, airmail from Steiner on that Eye of Agamotto does find Humble. So the Moon Knight stunned out of the fight here, and Jack unfortunately taken down quickly off of that Punisher ult there. So no value on the final judgment here, and Jersey looks to be locking in the chokehold at the very last second here. All of them are up, and almost all of Las Vegas is down. Just 10 seconds left to go, and it is a Jersey Jackals party here on the payload as they're going to look to hold this thing out one last time. Humble does go over to the Strange. There's a portal somewhere here. They will make the touch, so we go into overtime, but Steiner was ready for Jack to come in on that Punisher. The rest of Las Vegas floods through the portal here. Jersey just has to find a way to stuff it here, but they just don't have a lot of ultimates. Kraken Impact from Doobie. We go ahead and let it fly, because if you got it, you might as well use it here at the very end as Jersey just tried to find the picks onto LVT. They do take out Gambit. That's going to be huge. BRB from King Cole to get Gambit back up in the fight. Jersey's Gambit finding a KO here, and that is the breakthrough they needed. The pendulum finally swings Jersey's direction at the very last here. They will close it out, and we've got an even series, 1 map apiece.
And for those of you folks watching at home, this is called a series. We're in it. We are definitely in it. Our prediction before that, this would be a fight. Boy, is it. Even on the map, it might look like Jersey domination there in one team fight or another, but at the same time, what we've been seeing here from both of these teams is just an absolute slugfest. That's what it is. You get one hit from one of them dominates, one team fight, puts the other on the back foot. Jersey didn't have, clear skies there in the beginning of that map either, right? They got had to break through a pretty strong LVT defense in order to get that momentum going. So there is no clear favorite right now. I hate to be that guy, but I love to be that guy. There is no clear favorite right now. We won't be cast or cursing anyone just yet.
Yeah, I mean, it truly feels like both teams that have won 1 map apiece, it was not a runaway win for either of them. Very hard fought for both. I mean, you look at the stats, Jack, the SVP for Las Vegas, of course, 40 elims, 20 finals on the Punisher with an insane 33k damage, the highest damage dealer in the match by far. but not the winners of the map. So, clearly show the disparity in the stats really shows you that this was a close game. And it comes down to that a lot in Rivals. You can't just look at the overall match score. You have to look at the stats. You have to look at the numbers. How many elims, how much damage. I mean, you had two 50 elim players on the side of Jersey. I mean, insane stats on the healing as well, like 44k heals from the Invis. I mean, really, really insane stuff from both sides. So yeah, I mean, quite a series on our hands here. Definitely one to keep your eyes peeled for, but we got plenty more where that came from here. Tied 1-1. Map number 3 going to be Hall of Djalia. So we've got some convergence action here. Not just convoy, not just domination. Now we'll get all three. So nice to be able to see what these teams do on all three game modes, of course.
Absolutely. And away we go here. Pick ban phase is up. What are you expecting to see here? What do you think needs to happen for each of these teams to get them that leg up?
It's really tough. In the pick ban phase at this point, it is really tough because both of these teams have shown that they've got hero pools beyond just one or two heroes. And when you watch players that are in the pro league or watch one above all players, you expect them to be able to play 4, 5, 6 heroes in their role. But as you go down in elo, it's surprising to see some of these players very, very good on 3, 4, 5 different heroes. So the pick and ban phase alone makes it tricky to figure out what the heck you do here. But so far, they're sticking to pretty similar notes here. Jersey bans the Gambit right away, though. We are not going to see Gambit this matchup here. Garut ban coming out from LVT first as well. So, Garut, very, very strong, been strong for a long time. Always a good pick. He's one that you don't necessarily have to go out of your way to synergize with in the rest of your comp. He can just be good on his own. So not a bad choice to ban away. Loki and Phoenix going to be the first saves here as well. So definitely going to change up the available pool here. We're going to see some stuff we haven't gotten to see this game and see some things we've seen the whole time. Gambit's gone. Now Moon Knight banned away as well. So you can tell these teams are kind of figuring each other out, right? They both are very good at taking advantage of Gambit. They're both very good at leveraging Moon Knight. So, adjusting your ban phase, good stuff from both teams. Very smart, even in this phase of the game.
Absolutely, and as you mentioned before, for example, with that Groot ban, right? You can go ahead and ban Groot. You won't see Cena on the Groot, cool, but you're gonna see him on the Strange. We were saying, what do we got? 3Ks, 4Ks off of that Strange. It may not be the pick of choice, but it doesn't mean that you don't have something in your back pocket. One of the things I absolutely love about this game is you go higher in the levels here, and that whole OTP type deal goes right out the window.
Yeah, it definitely rewards being flexible. You can adjust, you can change heroes at any point on the map as long as they're not banned, of course. So, definitely rewards players that take the time to deepen their hero pool, learn more characters to play. And yeah, I like the change-ups here in this ban phase. Something that these two teams have both been trying to ban away has been that Hela Namor team-up combo. And right now, it is on the table. Unless Las Vegas bans out Hela, they did save the Namor here, and we have seen some players pick up Hela, but we have not gotten to see them both on the table here. So, a bit of a drawback. That does have some pretty high damage output, but that does basically set your whole DPS line to just Hela and Namor for the whole game if you want to take advantage of it. So last ban here, it is the Star-Lord, game changer for Jersey there on map number 2. So responding in kind, gonna take him off the table. But yeah, no Hela ban comes through, so they do have that team up on the table here, but there's plenty of changes across the board here in this ban phase. So I'm expecting to see a couple of very different comps from these teams and quite a different kind of matchup here.
Absolutely. Zam getting that Star-Lord eaten right there. Sorry, Zam. But do remember to go ahead and, if you haven't done so already, I do believe our Gamba is gone. Remember to vote. Remember to vote. Remember to Gamba. Only with channel points.
Very true. You cannot play unless, no, you can't play unless you play, but you can't win unless you play. That's
true. True. And the only reason that you don't have 60,000 channel points is because you haven't gone ahead and put in your channel points into the pool. There you go. Be brave, be bold, gamble with channel points.
Well,
but
yeah, I mean, both of these teams, we are 1-1 now, best of 5 series. So both teams on the board here. We are at least going to get a 4-mapper out of this one. But yeah, definitely some big changes on the comps here. King Cole on Cloak and Dagger this time, not on the Rocket. Doobie on the Wolverine here as well. So definitely some changes here and there. But LVT on defense to start things off, and they're going to get aggressive with it, take that high ground right outside of spawn, and just try to get some poke down as Jersey tries to make their way along to make some real contests here.
absolutely not a whole lot of flank going on just yet, but it could happen. It absolutely could.
Yeah, and still overhead there. Jack on the Phoenix this time now. Seen him on several heroes this game so far. Now adding one more to that hero pool for him. Low on health there, but backing off just a little bit here. Jersey very close though, applying a lot of pressure, just trying to make their way in, and they will find a little bit of a breakthrough here. One healer down for Vegas. Abuelo on the invis, pretty low as well, so gotta play it safe here for a little bit while Jersey able to just go ahead and grab that first tick of progress here. So nothing explosive from the Jackals right out the gate here, but enough to at least force their way onto the point here, and it is a long walk back from that defender spawn here. They do have a strange portal coming in, so they're at least going to be able to recontest for this final tick here, but just not enough. 5:15 on the clock for Jersey as they already unlock the payload and are on the move here.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Absolutely, and I mean, Jack Turn was looking for that recontest, but that Wolverine's been looking at him, and Doobie finally gets his prey. Congratulations, Dubert. You finally caught him.
Yeah, playing Wolverine as he should be there. Absolute menace right out the gate here. Jersey sitting on 3 ultimates here. Las Vegas got 1. There is a Horn of Proteus waiting out there, not too far out in the ether for them. But Jersey already about halfway towards this second checkpoint here, so they are on a roll here. Built a lot of momentum for themselves on Museum of Contemplation, and now taking full advantage of it here in Wakanda. So Jersey now 4 ults on the ground. Overhead, Las Vegas out the windows here, trying to shoot down. Smart plays there, but just not enough. Battle will take down Slayer. It's going to be a 1-for-1 though. Jack picking up a KO onto the enemy Phoenix here, so winning the mirror and sending 1 ult back to spawn here. Meteor M overhead for Steiner now. Took him off the group, and he will take that Meteor M, taking down King Cole. C&D back to spawn here, and there's going to be an invisible boundary as well for all of Jersey, so lots of sustain here as they try to get a foothold here and push that card towards the second checkpoint if they can find a breakthrough here. Zamps on that Emma Frost as well, deadly as ever here, clearing the way for the rest of the team, and Doobie on the Wolverine. Big swap for him, but a solid choice so far. Will grab Jack as well, taking out the Phoenix there, stolen away from the rest of LVT as staggered out now. 1 DPS gonna be walking it down while Jersey still cleaning house here. Insong Inferno overhead, just not a lot of damage off of that Phoenix ultimate. They've still got 2 in the hopper. Kava is gonna go ahead and copy the invis, so another invisible boundary coming down, and now Doobie on that Wolverine does find the 2K, and the rest of Las Vegas cleaned up in kind here. That should be checkpoint number 2 for Jersey here, and they still got over 3 minutes on the clock.
Absolutely, and I mean, Doobie has been an absolute tour de force here. Force of nature. Love to see it on that Wolverine, just shutting down that front line.
Yeah, force of nature, and of course the somebody pointed it out, the dog skin on the Wolverine as well. So fierce as ever here for the Jackals, but just not a lot of competition here on map number 3 from LVT. They can't find the defensive foothold they need to make this thing happen here. Jersey's got 2 ults. They're gonna have another Insong Inferno ready to go here. Vegas just has Insong. They might have a Meteor M charged up here, but Jersey is very quickly rounding one of the last corners of the map here. Finish line inside, and Doobie again diving into that whole enemy team here. He will take out the Magneto as well, slicing and dicing through the front line of the Tyrants here. Well, Jersey really just trying to hold on to that ult economy here, and Las Vegas gonna let all the ults rip. The skill issue from Young Yappa now on the tank pool here, and the Phoenix ult as well. They're just not finding the value there, not hitting their targets with these ultimates here. Meanwhile, Jersey is just far default. They've got 5 here, 3 still on the clock as they are standing inches away from that finish line there. Big meteor in as well from Steiner. I mean, it is all chaos here. Jersey's got him, so they are going to let him go here. Zynex Seduction, Invisible Boundary, Insong, Inferno, damage from every corner here, and a couple of KOs from Jersey here. I was expecting a lot more KOs from Toby.
No, completely fair, but I mean, it has been an absolute alt bonanza going on here. The economy has just been in shambles.
Yeah, emptying the banks, truly run on banks here. Both Loki ults going down, Invisible Boundaries in tandem here. Las Vegas just not able to get back to the payload, and Jersey will close it out with a whopping 252 still in the bank. It is dire here on map number 3 for Las Vegas. They have quite a mountain to climb here.
Yeah, the Tyrants are facing I wouldn't say an exceptionally intimidating, but definitely an intimidating time bank there. I would not want to go against that.
No, they're going to have to come right out the gate, run it down. I mean, portal onto the point and start moving that payload as soon as possible. You know, I've seen crazier. I've definitely seen time deficits like this overcome, but it is a big challenge for any team. So Las Vegas definitely got their work cut out for them here on the second half of Hall of Deujalia. But again, it can be done. As long as you got 1 second left in the bank or 1 second left on overtime, you can turn things around. So they are not out of the woods just yet. Jersey isn't. They're going to have to lock in some defense here. But, you know, as we saw in Museum of Contemplation, their defense, not bad. You know, things are a little different with Convergence, right? Because, you know, the first is just a stationary point like Domination. So I'm curious to see what their defense looks like in that situation. But I mean, overall, yeah, it is going to be a long road ahead here if Vegas wants to try and take this map and get the lead back.
Absolutely. I mean, this is just I mean, it's doable. We've seen Las Vegas fight from the back foot. They can do it. They absolutely can. But the question is, can they seal the deal? That's the biggest question. Can they make it all the way? That remains to be seen. Coming up next in our next team fight.
Yeah, mental is going to be huge here for sure. Can't let yourself focus too much on that mountain and just take 1 point at a time here, 1 fight at a time here. They have changed up the comp a little bit here. They are going to go triple DPS, so they are going to look for kind of a breakneck pace, trying to just run down Jersey here, make some space, and get some things moving here. It's risky. It's kind of a glass cannon composition where, you know, you can get blown away very easily here, but they're going to rely on that Invis and that Loki to try and keep themselves alive here. They are going to take some high ground here. Jersey ready to try and contest them from the floor, but no progress made so far. Just about 60 seconds into this offensive run for LBT here. So again, you know, cannot count them out. I wouldn't discount them, but it is a tough road for sure. Jersey, I think for the most part, they are sticking with it. They didn't go triple or anything like that. They will find some first blood though. Zam on that Phoenix, shooting upward, will take down the Punisher. That's Jack turn there for LBT. Already got the Insong Inferno built up, but it is going to be a Loki copy there for LBT. First all of this fight here. Invisible Boundary coming down. King Cole's got an Invisible Boundary too, so they're going to have a lot of sustain here, but can they find the KOs to make it count here? 3 ults ready to go for Jersey as well. They've already found 2 picks there. Zam's on the Emma putting in some more work here, and Steiner on that Magneto as well here. No ultimates cast by Jersey yet. They are, they do have that Loki ult going off, but they still have Invisible Boundary. They've still got Silent Seduction, still got Insong. Half of Las Vegas's time gone now. It is gonna be a tough one here for LVT to turn around.
Absolutely. I mean, time bank is just, it's ticking, and it's ticking slow. It seems. I don't necessarily know though. I don't know if they're going to be able to. They've got to go ahead and crack through this. If they just stand there and don't hop the point, I understand they're trying to farm out ults, but that could honestly be it. You know, if they can go ahead and beat them out in the ult economy, that might be the way to go.
Yeah, and I mean, they do have quite a toolkit available here. They're going to have a Goddess of Death and an Omega Hurricane ready to go here. They will maybe, realistically, in this fight, have 6 ults ready to go here. But LVT diving onto the point here. Full spin, try and turn this thing around here and keep control on the board here on map number 3 there. Big final stand from Doobie on the side of Jersey here. That Wolverine all coming in clutch. Steiner cleaning up LVT one by one here, finding a couple KOs. And Las Vegas trying to make it even here. They do find a couple. They take out some of Jersey, and they will make it a 3-for-3 here. Now LVT making progress on unlocking that payload here. One tick already gone, though. A portal from Jersey coming back so quick here. LVT, though, they do have 3 ults left, so Jersey has used up all their resources here. Las Vegas has an opportunity to try and hold here. They do send the Invis running. Storm taken down as well. Not looking good here for LVT. Not what you want to see when time is of the essence here. They will have enough to muster one more contest here. They've got 3 ults to do it, but they've got to find some picks here, and they got to clear that checkpoint.
And they find them on the back end, though. Oh my goodness. 777 Slayer. That was an interesting ult.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Exceptionally interesting ult there from 777 Slayer.
Well, one less ult they've got to use here on the final push here through the portal. Somebody's got to go down to the ground and make that touch here. Someone's got to break through here, but nobody can do it. At the last second, Jersey, 3 minutes in the time bank, and they will close out the map. A full hold onto Las Vegas. 2-1 now favoring Jersey, and they are on match point here after a very successful haul to Jalia.
Huh? Well, I'm not very often lost for words, but I'm not quite sure what I just saw there. For those who didn't catch it, prior to the portal, we saw an ult there from 777 Slayer on the Nido, cross map, and then they proceeded to portal and didn't touch point. We had a C9.
I was waiting for the moment where somebody from LVT just broke away from the pack and just went.
I was looking for it. I was thinking to myself, any moment now, I'm watching the seconds tick down. You know, they made it there, I think, with about 5 or 6 seconds to spare. It's not as though they could have even gone down, you know, and avoided the front line there, but from Jersey, but it just didn't happen, and that puts us onto match point.
Yeah, you know, I see the, you know, assessing the risk, right? You know, if somebody breaks a wave and the whole team's just going to converge on them and take them down. But when you only have a few seconds left and you need to get OT, I think you take the risk at some point. I'm very surprised they didn't just go for it.
It doesn't particularly matter if you get picked, if your team never makes it a point, you know?
Right. So yeah, rough shouts, unfortunately, at the very end there.
You know what? It happens. We recoup. We regain. There's still a game 5 out there somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of good stuff out of Las Vegas this series in particular. I mean, I have no doubt that there is still a chance that they win here on, I believe it's Krakoa that we're going to next, and take us to that map 5. I mean, there is a very solid team in there somewhere, and maybe they just got a little caught up in it there on Hollow de Jalia, lost some confidence. So now it is going to be all about the mental here. They got to rebuild that confidence, got to win a couple team fights here and there, remind themselves like, hey, we can keep up with this team, because right now I have to imagine it would be pretty rough to go down that way, unfortunately, there in map 3.
Absolutely. And we've talked about it several times throughout the series that we did a little bit of homework here before coming on in, and you know, and Las Vegas did have that, you know, does have that dark horse and Jack turn, but both of these teams really as a whole, we've seen fantastic plays coming out from both sides. You know, yeah, Steiner might have been dominating on the Nido last game, but you know, we've seen so much from both of these teams, and I think Las Vegas can absolutely pull out ahead for, you know, at least another map. But you never know. Talk to me about these pink bands, though. What do you think? What could be the breaking point here that puts Jersey over the edge?
There's a lot of questions in this ban phase, especially for LVT, because, you know, bans can really make or break the map for them here. They've decided to get off of the group ban first for Las Vegas. They banned out Loki, which makes sense. The Loki was kind of a game changer for Jersey on that last map, though this is where that kind of give and take comes in, because I also feel like Loki has been helpful to the Tyrants as well. So kind of surprising to see him go here, but they do save Moon Knight, and that opens the door for Jersey to get Groot. So they will finally have Groot here on map number 4. They do ban out the Doctor Strange as well. I see a lot of teams do this on Domination specifically. They don't want the Strange Portal recontest, so they just take out Doctor Strange in the ban phase. You know, I know a lot of people don't like to use him beyond the portal, but that portal can be a game changer. So they are looking to put the final nail in the coffin here. Las Vegas banning out the Wolverine as well here. I think that's a good choice. Doobie was an absolute menace on that Wolverine lately in this series. So, you know, again, they're making smart choices. They're going with what they see as problems on the enemy team here. So they do ban out, they save the Angela, and then Jersey will save Invis as well. So yeah, the ban phase definitely changing it up here. They're trying some different things. They recognize what they did last time did not work in their favor here. Jersey's going to ban out the Magneto as their last ban, and man, if you're Vegas, I don't know what the heck you want to ban here at the very end. It is a tough choice.
I mean, there definitely are options, but we're seeing some interesting Emma Frost ban. Okay,
Pick your hero.
very interesting. I wasn't expecting that.
Neither was I. I think Young Yappa's had a lot of success on that Emma, some big ults from her in this series, so I am a little surprised, but he does play Angela. We've seen him on a few different tanks in this series, so he can kind of recover. They can live with that. Take away the Silent Seduction from the enemy team, because our Emma player can play other things too. So yeah, I mean, at this point, it is kind of like a, last-ditch effort here. They're going after the key pieces, or what they feel are the key pieces for Jersey's strategy here, and that's going to leave a couple interesting things here. So Zamps is going to pick up the Groot, at least for now. Again, you never know if you're going to get trolled in the spawn room or not. But Steiner as well going to take Thing, at least for now here. They may be going for damage boost Thing. I've been seeing this strat a lot lately, even with the pro teams too. The Mantis Thing combo is really nasty. A lot of damage output, and those haymakers will take you by surprise very quickly. So yeah, I mean, I think both teams getting to take advantage of Groot is nice. I see Jack is over onto the Hawkeye now as well. So some pretty interesting change-ups here for what could potentially be Las Vegas's last map, but as we've seen throughout the series, they have surprised us a lot. They've made some great plays here, so there is every opportunity here for them to take this one and even out the score. Welcome to Krakoa, map number 4 between these two teams. Jersey leading now 2-1, looking to close out the series, while Las Vegas is looking to get us to that all-important map number 5.
Absolutely. I mean, this map meaning so much for both of these teams. What do we end up seeing? Will one of them be able to take it and run with it?
Yeah, and that's going to be the name of the game here. First engagements are going to be super important here. Young Yappa going deep there into the back of Jersey. Finds Kava, taking the Invis out the fight, and will finish her off there. 2 picks for Las Vegas here. That is huge, but Jersey will capture the point in spite of the picks here. So big opening fight for Vegas. They won the battle, but not the war here, as Jersey will take the point here. Though with all those KOs that Vegas has picked up already, this will be a quick flip for them. So just about 12% captured for Jersey, and now Vegas in control here. Really, really great stuff. Very aggressive and very sneaky too. I like it.
Absolutely, and that flank from Young Yappa there really opening that up for LVT there. Exactly what they need in order to get that momentum going.
Yeah, 100%. We're going to talk about it a lot here on this map, and if there is a map 5, I'm sure we're going to talk about it there too. But right now, Vegas doing a great job getting out the gate here. They've already got a Hawkeye ultimate hotline and ready to go here, though. Moon Knight ult for Jersey, not going to be too far behind, but now trading blows here. Jersey will find a couple. The Hawkeye ult already taken off the board here, and Doobie on Hawkeye will find one as well. So quick flip so far here on this second domination map in this series, but Jersey not able to quite secure it just yet. Slayer on the point there on the group, and now finally they will make the flip. Las Vegas 41%, so not a bad first take for them too.
Very true, and last ditch contest there, 41%, a very healthy very healthy lead there for them in order to go ahead and get back to that point.
Yeah, the biggest thing about Jersey's retake here is they did not use any ultimates to do it, and now they are sitting on all 6 ults, so they are ready to go here. Zam's gonna kick things off here, combo the Moon Knight and the Groot here, Hand of Khonshu into the strangling prison here. They'll find 3 out of that, and it's the 3 ult holders on the side of Vegas, so they are staggered out back to the spawn room here. No combo for them in this fight. Jersey committing 3 ults and getting 3 KOs here. They will capture progress lead as well, so not a bad fight for them at all.
Absolutely, but here we go. I mean, Jersey with that overtake in the point capture. They're looking to put the screws here, as you mentioned, to Las Vegas. Will they be able to do it? Abuela with a quick fix there. And another one. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the Tyrants just fired back right away there. Like you said, that invis 2-piece for Abuelo on the side of Las Vegas here. They find a couple picks here, but Jersey already battling back there. The Cloak taking out 1 here. Jack on the Star-Lord now finding 1, and Galactic Legend online, ready to go. May not need it for this engagement here as Vegas is getting into the mix. They are trying to retake this point here, and if they can just finish off of Venom, there you go. Retake here for Las Vegas, stopping Jersey at 94%. Dangerously close here as Jack finishes off a 2K, still holding that Galactic Legends. So they've got plenty of opportunity to try and hold this thing, but 50% is quite a bit to capture. They're going to have to win a couple of fights here. So Jersey has some time to breathe. They've got some time to remuster their squad here, but they do not want to let this slip away from them. They have every opportunity to close this series out on this map.
Absolutely, and I mean, I cast or cursed a little bit there. I apologize. I'd like to apologize personally to Jersey. I did not mean to do that.
Yeah. Well, definitely not down and out here, but Jack is going to try to change that here. Galactic Legend there into the back, finds Zam while the rest of his team on the ground, taking Jersey out of the equation here. Battle on the end is low and taken down by Abuelo's invis here, as Las Vegas looking to make this one a race to the finish here. A photo finish on point 1 here, 90% and counting here. No Dr. Strange swap quite yet here. They might be saving the portal when things get more dire, or they think they can run it back to the point here, but no members of Jersey are on point here, and Las Vegas will take point 1 of Krakoa.
Don't say anything. No more caster cursing. No more caster cursing. Don't say anything. Las Vegas, you guys may or may not have this. You could, but also you could not. It could go either way. There are only two choices here. What do you think?
Entirely possible that you win. Though I could believe you might lose. I'm not sure. Well, Jersey can come pretty aggressive here on to point number 2. They've got 1 ult already. They do have that Feast of the Abyss. They're going to have an invisible boundary, and then, of course, Zam on the Moon Knight will have that Hand of Khonshu before too long. So, oh no, Zam going to swap to the Magic here at the last. Still
whoa.
So they're changing things up here. Doobie going over
That's
to
a
the
big pick.
Yeah, over to the Phoenix as well. So they are staying versatile with it here, trying to keep things moving, trying to keep Las Vegas on their toes, because right now LVT looking very comfortable with a lead here on map 4.
And is the Magic the game changer here that Jersey needs? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it is a question of how prepared are LVT to fight a Magic, and what does Zam's Magic look like? This is, you just keep checking out boxes, adding more heroes to these players' hero pools, and now Magic in the mix as well. So if you wanted to see a variety in your team comps tonight in Marvel Rivals, this is the match to be watching for sure. Beast of the Abyss coming out for Steiner and Jersey here, as they will get aggressive here on to the first point. Already burned through the BRB, and Sam already picking up 1 on the Magic as well. So building very quickly to that Dark Child transformation here, as Jersey aggressive with it, but Jack yet again on that Star-Lord picking up KOs left and right this matchup here. So, I mean, good stuff here from Jersey, but Las Vegas holding on to a lot of ultimates here, so it's going to be tough for Jersey to hold this point.
Zam killed counter 1.
And there's plenty more where that came from, I'm quite sure.
Disappear!
Oh, Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Now I've done it to him. Now I did it to him. I apologize. Well, big start for Vegas here as they're looking for a flip as Jersey continues to build that capture progress. 4 ults for Las Vegas ready to go. Heaven's Retribution from Zams now on the side of Jersey does find a few members of Vegas to tie down here, but Jack's still putting in work on that Star-Lord in spite of the ult here. He will clear 3 off the point here. That'll be the flip for Vegas yet again. Stopped just before 50%, and now Vegas is holding the point they need to take us to map 5.
4K there for Jack Turn. Absolute dominance on that Star-Lord. You love to see it. I mean, you absolutely love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, almost every hero he's picked up in this series, he has dominated on for sure, and now being a big game changer, got Vegas in the driver's seat here on point number 2, and now looking to park this thing and take us to potentially map number 5. But there's still plenty of fights to be had before that, and I imagine that Jersey gonna take them to every inch of this map if they can here. But big stuff from LVT here right out the gate yet again. Brutal coming out from Slayer, so Strangling Prison onto Jersey here, slowing things down, but they're not able to convert it into a lot of KOs here. So Jersey gonna keep applying pressure to try and get that retake before Vegas can overtake them. Dark Trial now coming out from Zam. There is a Eternal Bond coming down onto the capture point as well. So Jersey trying to make this point their home here as almost every single member standing on it. They will make that flip and now back in control here on point number 2.
Past the halfway point.
Absolutely. That Jersey snowball coming in clutch for them. It happens. It's been known to happen. Oh my goodness. Do they find... Oh, Zamps! That's not good. That's not good.
No, can't, especially when Jersey's in control of the point, cannot have your strategist getting picked off like that. But Rocket does got 95% ult charge, so CYA going to be online before too long here. But now Vegas going to take some time to gather up here. They do have a little bit, but not a lot of room to breathe here. Jack going to lead the charge for the team on the Star-Lord, trying to find some kind of early pick here to get the ball rolling as they look to retake it here while the rest of Jersey's trying to fight them off here. But Las Vegas going to be that one healer on the potato. Huge hand of Khonshu there overhead from the Moon Knight, taking down almost all of Jersey. Complete ace here for LVT in full control here, 65% and climbing here. Jersey, they just need to win one fight to retake and get us to point number 3, but Vegas is on their way potentially to that map number 5.
Oh my goodness. Early pick on a Jack Turn.
One person you maybe don't want to see get picked off that soon here. Jersey just needed to win one more fight, and winning it handily now they are. Steiner and leading house here. 90% capture. Jersey, they are back in control here. And if they can just take out the last couple of members here and hold it for a second, they'll get a point number 3 here. Jack gonna make one last effort here, gonna try to get the OT, but he is taken down so quickly there. OT still pops for Jersey here, but they are going to close things out and take us to point number 3. They are really pushing us all the way on this map here.
I mean, we are what? We're what, like 2.5 hours, 3 hours into this cast? I mean, this is something. This is crazy. Absolutely love it. Absolutely. 2 hours. We're 2 hours in about. My goodness.
That's a heck of a series. That is a heck of a series, and we may potentially not be done yet.
Absolutely. I mean, and I would just like to say something. Just a quick shout out in the middle of this game. Humble Potato there on the Las Vegas Tyrants is one of the lowest ranked players in the league. Yeah. Just pulled off, what was that, a 4K, 5K? Never let it be said that just because your rank isn't, you know, what is it, Celestial or something like that, that you can't pull out fantastic plays in these games, in this environment. It's what we love to see. Congratulations, Humble Potato, on an incredible play.
Yeah, I mean, cannot overlook the amount of work that he's put in to this series. And yeah, absolutely, you can't overlook even lower elo players. You know, there are plays out there, and yeah, your rank is not really the definer at the end of the day. So, you know, you get an opportunity to see kind of a hidden gem you may overlook in other places here. But on display, some serious Moon Knight plays here. Jersey now looking to try and close out this third and final point. That will be the series decider here if they can win it, but they are coming out aggressive here. Angela on the board, I believe. Humble Potato, though, first blood on this third point here, put in even more work this far into the series, and it has been a brutal slog for both of these teams, but neither of them giving up here, even in spite of it being an absolute marathon of a best of 5.
Absolutely. I mean, the endurance on these teams, absolutely legendary. Talk about a great mental.
Yeah, 100%. Jersey does have a little bit of an alt economy advantage here. They've got 3 still online here. Las Vegas kind of throwing them as soon as they're up and ready to go here, while they just try to scramble to hold on to this point here. But all their alt's going to go down here for both teams. Eternal Bond on the ground there. Insong Inferno does get some serious damage down, and Jersey will be able to potentially make this flip here. Las Vegas, 32%, so not a bad first cap for them either, but now no ultimates in the hopper for them. Invisible Boundary, the closest one, at 70%, but Jersey already has Dark Child ready to go. Feast to the Abyss not too far behind either, so it's going to be a low alt fight for the next one, but Jersey will have a little bit of an advantage.
Goodness, here's another character we haven't seen.
Now Jack over onto the Winter Soldier, now putting in some work, but caught up too far in the mix there, taken out by Jersey here as they converge onto him here. It feels like Las Vegas getting a little bit desperate here as we're looking at the last point. Jersey taking the lead in capture progress here, so gotta take a breath here, take a step back, reassess. You know, we're not out of this yet. We've got time here. It is not over. They do have a Moon Knight ult ready to go. Invisible Boundary gonna come up before too long as well, but they are changing the comp a little bit here. King Cole going over to the Cloak and Dagger as well. Jersey, meanwhile, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They are going to stick with this for now. Boundary on the way for them, and a Heaven's Retribution as well. Insong Inferno not too far out either, so it's going to be a lot of ults in the middle of the next fight, I think.
Absolutely true, but you know, listen, we love to see the use of that hero pool. You know, it shows your knowledge, it shows your ability, you know, and it shows your flexibility. We love to see it.
Yeah, gives you a big advantage over other players. You know, a lot more depth, a lot harder to take care of in the ban phase, but now Vegas coming back with a vengeance here as time ticks away. The series slowly slipping through LVT's fingers here as Jersey passing 80% capture progress. The Humble Potato coming in clutch yet again overhead. Another big Moon Knight ult putting down almost every member of the Jackals here as the Tyrants retake control of this point here. Again, the tug of war continues. Jersey has not been able to shut out LPT in any instance, really, throughout this entire series. So, yeah, Jersey definitely in the lead here, on the cusp of taking this one home. But, man, LPT putting up a serious fight across all 4 of these maps.
Absolutely. You love to see the effort from both sides here. We just want the game 5 always.
Yeah, definitely. Ults for Jersey now coming down. They are looking to take this thing. I mean, if they win the fight, potentially they could close out the series here. But King Cole there on the Cloak, taking out one. Zan's going to make it an even trade for now, but Jersey still holding on to 2 ultimates here. Not a ton of damage output for those ults. Oh, that Dark Child could come in clutch here for sure. They will find some more picks here. Jersey does, as they are going to try and contest this point, but Vegas holding on to the very end here. Jack over onto the Spider-Man now, out of nowhere.
Goodness.
Swings in to try to just keep some contests going. But Jersey will make the flip here at the very end. I see Slayer over onto the cap. I don't know if they have a Strange Portal available or not here, but they are running out of time. 95% and climbing for Jersey. Young Yeppa onto the Angela. No Strange Portal. They'll make the OT touch. That's going to be Jack that keeps it alive here. A 99% for Jersey on the edge here, dangling off by just a couple of fingers. LVT as they try to climb back into contention here, but Jersey are on every turn, ready for them in this final fight. They will find almost every member here. Young Yappa, one last opportunity to contest, but pushed off the point, and Jersey will close it out. A 3-1 series win for the Jackals.
A huge congratulations to the Jersey Jackals for that 3-1 win over the Las Vegas Tyrants. Honestly, you know what? 3-1 may sound like a rather dominant scoreline, but what a fantastic, absolutely outstanding series from both of these teams. You love to see it, the competitiveness, the endurance, I mean, the hero pools, and just the mental fortitude from both of these teams has been fantastic. Outstanding from both of them. Kudos to everyone out there.
Yeah, I said it before. This is another one of those series where if you just look at the map score, it's like, yeah, 3-1 win. Pretty solid performance. But I mean, again, at every turn, it felt like Las Vegas was in Jersey's rearview mirror, just keeping pace with them on every map, every point. There were very few times where it felt like Jersey had truly gotten super far ahead. Maybe Hall of Djalia was the biggest lead that they had in this series. But, there were situations where almost every single map could have gone one way or the other. So, I mean, insane stuff from both of these teams. Almost every single player a star in their own right. Of course, can't overlook Steiner, 3 MVPs, I believe, in that series. So absolutely insane stuff from that Jersey front line. But again, the front line on Las Vegas too, absolutely nutty work there from them too. I mean, just beautiful performances from all these players. You love to see it. And like you said, the competition is really what it's all about. Both of these teams fighting until the very end. So massive props to both of them. Obviously, Las Vegas still looking to get on the board here as they will fall to 0-2, but a very, very valiant performance from them here tonight.
Absolutely. You do love to see it. With that, I'd like to just say, I'm sorry, one more time? Yes, our series MVP, Diatonic. I will, as you are joining us here in the booth here for the very first time. I'm going to take a step back here for the very first time ever and say, who do you think? Who you got in mind?
Well, I mean, if you go off of just stats alone, and I'm looking at all of the scoreboards across the board, of course, like I said, Steiner in that front line, 3 MVPs scored on the 3 separate maps. In fact, the only one he didn't get was the first map, and even then, still most damage blocked and several final hits and elims. So, I mean, my vote has to be on Steiner, but again, that is such a hard choice because so many of these players worthy of that MVP medal. I mean, Doobie had some crazy stuff on the Wolverine there. I mean, across the board, like I said, the front line of Las Vegas as well, Slayer and Young Yappa. Humble Potato have to give huge props to Humble Potato because, again, one of the lowest ranked players in the lobby, but putting up numbers, showing up in that KO feed all night long. So, I mean, insane stuff from both of these teams. But yeah, my vote is for Steiner for sure. I mean, absolute menace on the Venom. Every single fight, disruption. Every single fight, creating space for his team, letting Jersey operate however they wanted to. I mean, he was in command of this match. So beautiful performance for him.
Absolutely. And thank you very much, by the way, Goldfish, for the 5 gifted. We really appreciate it, supporting our community. It is always a big thank you from us. But with that, once again, 3-1 in the favor of the Jersey Jackals. If you are one of the teams looking at Las Vegas, though, here in this season, you've got a good matchup coming. Don't sleep on them. They won't let you.
No, not at all. I mean, definitely, from what I heard coming into this match tonight, one of the more underrated teams, but I'm sold on them. Definitely made me a believer. So I can't wait to see them get on the board. And, if you are a team of any less caliber than Jersey, watch out. Be very careful because, the Tyrants, they are coming for sure. They are coming down the pipeline. And I imagine as they build that chemistry, work together some more and improve their skills, that they will be a force to be reckoned with down the line. So great stuff. I'm honored to have been here. Thank you so much for having me on. It was a blast. A marathon series out of nowhere for sure, but it's Marvel Rivals. I can't beat that. I love to be here. So.
Absolutely. And once again, do make sure to check out Diatonic. Diatonic joining us for the first time here. Do make sure to check him out we've got the Mega Monthly and is the Marvel Rivals there on YouTube. Check him out. With that, thank you very much, Diatonic, for joining us. If you would please do us the honor of sending us off.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. An absolute blast of a series between these two teams. Las Vegas, very close on all those maps, but the Jersey Jackals take it home 3-1. Of course, this is just week number 2 here of the URMR. Plenty more of Marvel Rivals action where that came from. So be sure to subscribe to the Twitch, follow here, and don't miss a single match. For everyone at United Rogue, thank you so much for joining us. I have been Diatonic. That has been Arnos, and we will see you next time.